Alright, it's episode 22 now. Let's just get into it. I'm not actually gonna make the episode animated. I'm just gonna do it whenever I feel like it. Um, Attention contestants, today's challenge involves the first boot. A metal cage drops from the sky, and inside of it, it's the first boot himself, Kick Batowski. He grips the bar saying, "Awesome, I've always wanted to escape a giant island prison," because he's just cool like that. And Ford, you should really remember this challenge because you were literally in the cage and the contestants had to help you with it. So this should be nostalgia for him. Anyway, the challenge: free Kick Batowski. If anyone frees Kick, then that contestant gets immunity, while everyone else, including Kick, will be up for elimination. But if no one frees him, then Kick gets immunity, he gets to rejoin the game, and he gets to decide the order of safety, the final two, and who gets eliminated. Everyone stares at the cage. Garfield yawns saying, "Or we could just not do anything." He wants him to stay in the cage. Bro man immediately whispers to him, "Don't say that out loud." Garfield casually flicks his tail, secretly keeping the hidden immunity idol buried deep in his fur. Pro Man quietly says, "If one of us wins immunity, we control the vote." Garfield shrugs, saying, "Or we could nap and see what happens." Pro Man saw saying, "You are the least threatening villain in history." Poor Pro Man has to deal with this dude being lazy while Shadow and Fries are out of the competition. I feel so bad for him, man. Meanwhile, Dogman's sitting next to Garfield whispering, "Garfield, you're gonna win this, right?" Garfield blinked, saying, "Buddy, I don't even win arguments with Mondays." Dogman still looks at him like a hero. Meanwhile, Blossom begins organizing everyone. She says, "Listen, everyone, if we coordinate our abilities, we can open the cage quickly." Brick crosses his arms, saying, "I work alone." Dang. Blossom glares, saying, "Congratulations, you're the problem?" Oh my god. Blossom, don't clock my boy like that. Oh my god. Anyway, this episode's unhinged. Anyway, Plum Pudding quietly stands behind Dogman. She whispers, saying, "Nobody else talks to me here." Dogman pats her shoulder, saying, "You got me." Garfield overhears saying, "This show is getting way too emotional." The challenge is a giant 100 lock cage surrounding Kick. The lock requires speed. Speed is key. Strength, puzzles, and weird cartoon logic. The announcer shouts, "Begin." Blossom flies around the cage analyzing the locks. There are 100 mechanisms. We need teamwork. Nobody listens because they think Blossom is a douchebag. Brick punches the cage repeatedly. Dang! One Punch Man? Kick yells, saying, "Dude, keep doing that." Yeah, yo! Yeah, bruh. Kick is so dangerous, bro. He will do anything besides a stunt. Nothing happens. Brick growls, saying, "This stupid cage is cheating." Force screeches and zaps the cage with algebra energy. The cage becomes purple and Force screams happily. Blossom sighs, saying, "That helped absolutely nothing." Pro Man uses Precision Blast to unlock several mechanisms. Kick cheers, saying, "Yeah, red guy gets it." Pearl Man blushes slightly. Oh! Oh! That's sweet. That's sweet. Thank you, kid. Thank you. Garfield slowly walks to the cage. He stares at the locks, then he lies down, saying, I'm supervising. Announcer yells, You are doing nothing. Garfield raises a paw, saying correct, because that's basically his whole method. Dogman's method, he tries to chew the lock open. Blossom panics, saying, Don't eat the locks. Dogman spits out a key accidentally. One lock opens, everyone stares, and Dogman waves his tail, saying, I helped. Plum carefully solves several puzzle locks. Kick nods approvingly, saying, You're actually doing great. Plum smiles a little. Fries would disapprove because he's eliminated. Anyway, frustration builds in others. The roast that goes too far. Oh god. Brick watches Plum unlocking several locks. He scoffs, saying, Wow, a baker is better than superheroes. Plum freezes. Brick continues, saying, Maybe baking cupcakes is your real superpower. Plum's eyes water, saying, Why are you so mean? Brick shrugs, saying, Because it's true. He's basically taking over Froz's job at this rate. She runs off crying again, for the second time, into the forest. Dogman notices immediately, saying Plum at the top of his lungs. He runs after her. Blossom glares at Brick, saying, You crossed the line. Brick scoffs, saying it's a competition. Deep in the trees, Plum is crying for the second time in a row. Dogman arrives, saying, Don't listen to him. Plum sniffles, saying, Everyone thinks I'm useless. Dogman smiles warmly, saying, You open more locks than anyone. She pauses, saying, Really? She wipes her eyes, saying, Let's go back to the challenge. Only 10 locks remain. Pearl Man unlocks 4 of them. Blossom solves 3 puzzles. Brick smashes another. Dogman accidentally opens one. And everyone rushes. Blossom reaches it. Pearl Man fires. Brick punches. Dogman bites. Garfield slowly walks up and presses a random button. The cage opens. Kick jumps out. And Garfield free kick Batowski because apparently he got aura. Him and Pearl Man got aura. Garfield blinks, saying, Oh, Dogman cheers loudly, saying Garfield won the challenge. Pearl Man facepalms, saying you weren't even trying. Garfield shrugs, saying the story of my life. Because Garfield free kick, Garfield gets immunity. Everyone else sits nervously. Suddenly a portal opens. 2 arrives once again with cake slices. Torches flicker. 2 begins handing out cakes. Garfield's first safe because of his immunity. Dogman got second. Blossom's third. Pearl Man fourth. And 5th is 4. Only Plum and Brick remain. Brick's here because he scolded the heck out of Plum, and Plum's here because she's a crybaby right now and she thinks that everyone calls her useless. Dogman looks extremely nervous. Plum looks scared. The last slice of cake goes to Plum. She gasps and catches it. Brick groans, saying seriously. 2 snaps their fingers, and Brick gets sucked away, saying this game is rigged. So this is the second time where Plum survived over the people that talk smack about her. So, moral of the story, don't talk smack to Plum Pudding because she will clock your tea by eliminating you, apparently. So yeah, Brick is eliminated. And Blossom probably voted for him anyways. Only 6 contestants remain. Dogman, Garfield, Blossom, Proman, 4, and Plum, since Kick was not able to get immunity. This is the final 6, y'all. Who y'all rooting for in the comments? Anyway, Garfield still has the hidden immunity auto in his fur. Dogman is still hopelessly loyal to him. Proman is quietly planning a strategy. Blossom is trying to regain control of the game. Oh god. Plum has confidence again, and 4 is screaming. I love that all these are random, and then 4's just like screaming his head off like a banshee. A banshee, bro. Anyway, if you like this final 6 better than BFDIA's, then comment down below which one you think is better. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see y'all in episode 23. Blossom's a savage, bro.